Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Principal Software Engineer, Pivotal, Spencer Gibb.
How about another round of applause for our speakers this morning? Haven't they been great? Yeah, let's hear it. So my name is Spencer Gibb. I'm the co-founder and lead of the Spring Cloud Core projects. Today I'll be speaking about Spring Cloud Gateway, which is the cloud-native gateway that developers love. First, a little bit of history. So we started down the path from monoliths to microservices. We had to deal with new problems, such as network topology changes, network unreliability, and latency. Communication that used to be almost free in a monolith was all of a sudden inter-process communication. And while there are great reasons to go down that path, it brings certain challenges. So the mapping of clients to microservices was very complex. Clients would need to be able to handle all these problems on their own. This just wasn't ideal for the clients. So a proxy or gateway was needed in between to handle this topology complexity. It gives flexibility when handling routing, filtering, and modifying of requests, running canary deployments, and quickly responding to issues. It also provides a central location to handle network problems, resiliency issues with downstream services, and security. Now, APIs from microservices can present a consistent API experience to clients. So Spring Cloud Gateway is cloud native, but what does that mean? We've heard today from Cornelia and Mark, but how does Spring Cloud Gateway fit the bill? So it's just a boot application. There's documentation, guides, and tutorials on how to get a Spring Boot application into production. You can deploy to your favorite platforms, such as PaaS or PKS. This allows teams to fully participate in DevOps, right? Familiarity with Spring Boot, as Netflix showed, is truly a marketable skill. Spring Cloud Gateway integrates with Spring Cloud-compatible service registry systems, such as Netflix Eureka, HashiCorp Console, and Apache Zookeeper, and platforms such as Cloud Foundry, Pivotal Platform, and Kubernetes. Gateway can then automatically create routes for services that are in the registry. With minimal configuration, you can have a fully functioning API gateway. Gateway is also compatible with Spring Cloud's remote property source loading mechanisms. Systems such as our own Spring Cloud config server, Vault, and Console from HashiCorp, and Apache Zookeeper. You can add or modify routes in this configuration, and Gateway can be refreshed to load the new configuration. This allows for nimbleness in handling problems or outages in your systems. Spring Cloud Gateway promotes fault tolerance at the edge of your systems, supports circuit breakers such as Hystrix and Resilience4j that protect users from cascading failures. It supports retrying requests in case of isolated downstream failures. It also supports rate limiting to protect those important compute resources in your microservices. So teams love Spring Cloud Gateway because of its integration with familiar tools and ways to enhance the developer experience. Gateway was designed with developer experience in mind. So it's built upon the reliable and developer-friendly foundation of Project Reactor, Spring Framework, and Spring Boot. As we've seen, Reactor is Pivotal's industry-leading reactive streams implementation with broad industry acceptance. Framework is just rock solid and has evolved over many years to meet the needs of the enterprise developer. And Spring Boot just changed how Java applications are built. Besides external properties, you can use Java or Kotlin DSLs to create routes in Spring Cloud Gateway. Custom route predicates and filters can be written in the language that your enterprise developers are familiar with. The Fluent API integrates well in whatever IDE you want to use for code completion in creating these routes. No need to use C or C++ or some esoteric scripting language, and no need for YAML-driven development if you're averse to that kind of thing. Any YAML developers out there? Now for a sneak peek of some future work that the Spring Cloud Services team is working on. They're working on a management console that will integrate information from Spring Cloud Gateway and other systems that are already in your enterprise. So this management console will provide human-readable names and descriptions of your APIs. It will provide links to documentation, to metrics and tracing systems. Other information can come from the service registry. This will be a place where we can start to aggregate information from systems that already exist in the enterprise. I'm really excited about this because it will give developers across the enterprise full routing visibility at a glance, insights into end-to-end system interactions, and context-relative documentation all in one place. How much easier will that make your life? Super excited about this and the work that the Spring Cloud Services team is doing on this. I've said it once and I'll say it a number of times today, because it's a Spring Boot application, when the gateway needs an update, you just follow your normal CI/CD pipeline, right? Whether you use Jenkins or Concourse or Spinnaker or some janky bash scripts, it really doesn't matter, right? There's no need for tickets, just releases. Your team is in control of updating Spring Cloud Gateway. And obviously, it doesn't matter what language clients or services are written in. Gateway supports a polyglot environment. Now, security loves Spring Cloud Gateway. This is one of the top use cases we've seen in our customers using Spring Cloud Gateway. Again, it's a boot app, so what do we get because of that? Integration with Spring Security. Spring Security has great documentation, and there are all sorts of guides and tutorials on how to configure Spring Security. And it integrates with myriads of identity, authorization, and authentication systems. We try to mold to your enterprise. The Spring Cloud Services team has also released a turnkey single sign-on solution for Pivotal Platform customers. This allows automatic SSO between applications that are running on the platform in whatever language they may be written in. And Spring Cloud Gateway is a place to put cross-cutting security concerns such as authentication and authorization, leveraging industry standard technologies such as OAuth 2 and JSON Web Tokens. Now operators get a chance to love Spring Cloud Gateway for its integration with existing systems and its resiliency. By placing Spring Cloud Gateway in front of heritage applications, your teams can migrate to microservices step by step on your terms and on your timetable without disruption to your existing users. Once again, another thing we get by integrating with Spring Boot is micrometer support. Micrometer is the SLF for J for metrics. We have gateway filters that collect metrics specific to gateway, and these can be exported to whatever system that your enterprise needs. Again, Gateway is striving to integrate with your enterprise, not dictate the architecture that you should have. Distributed tracing is a tool for diagnosing latency in your systems. Spring Cloud Sleuth provides integration with Project Reactor, one of our foundational pieces, Netty, and Gateway to start these traces at the edge of your systems, so you can have visibility into the full path of requests into your system. You can also protect your downstream services using request rate limiting. We use the token bucket algorithm in concert with systems like Redis and other in-memory data grids to provide consistent rate limiting across a cluster of gateways. Spring Cloud Gateway has custom actuator endpoints that allow operators to integrate via HTTP APIs. Using these APIs, you can inspect the routes that are configured and automatically refresh the routes, giving you ultimate flexibility in rapidly changing environments. Also, Spring Cloud Gateway is integrating RSocket. We've just seen a demo of this today. It provides reactive stream semantics across the network. There's no need for a service mesh if you're using a gateway RSocket broker. There's also no need for an external service discovery system, as all this information is contained in the gateway cluster. This allows for very flexible architectures that minimize required infrastructure. So Spring Cloud Gateway is truly the cloud-native gateway that developers love, that enterprises love, because of its integration with core programming languages, existing tools and systems, and they also love it for the resilience and security it can add to your cloud-native systems. Here are some breakouts that are upcoming today and tomorrow, and a couple that you can watch on video when they came out because they were done yesterday. Thank you very much.